Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Coastal Living. Now it's time to talk art, baby. Please welcome Deborah Fullerton. She's the curator of exhibitions, and Sarah Morgan, the director at the Art Museum of South Texas. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So we have a pretty exciting event coming up at the Art Museum. Tell us what you take pride in about working at the Art Museum and what you're so excited about now.
Well, we are really excited to be here to tell everyone about a fabulous new exhibition that will open at the Art Museum of South Texas next week. It's About Face. It was organized by the Montgomery Museum of Fine Arts, and there are over 50 works of art in the show by 35 different artists.
Wow.
And of those artists, some of them are really some amazingly well-known artists from the 60s.
Amazing.
And they're working alongside their contemporary successors. And this show really focuses on the human form. It tells a narrative of American figurative ceramics, and each of these artists kind of use the human form as a way to look at the issues of like social issues, gender issues. So anyway, it's a really amazing show.
Incredible. And what excites you about this exhibit?
Well, we were talking earlier about clay as a medium. There's also porcelain, and porcelain is a really fine material, a very fine grit, so the achievement of detail is remarkable.
Yes.
So I think we're going to really stun you when you think you know what you're looking at and you realize you're not looking at a cow skull, you're looking at a porcelain sculpture that has been overlaid with drawings. And they're a narrative. So there's 65 works in the whole exhibition. Some of them are very autobiographical, very personal, dealing with all kinds of human issues. So when we are installing the exhibition, we're working and handling and moving and listening. And just the other day, a little girl came in and she recognized something that she saw, and she just was gleeful. It was a dog. And I was like, there's a dog in the exhibition? But yes, and he's right up front. So there's so many points of contact for every age level. The fact that clay comes from the earth, it's a very malleable material, and it can be made into many forms. And as Sarah said, these forms, they go beyond vases and plates. There are vases and plates, but they're not necessarily to be used as such. They're to be examined, and there's lots of humor, there's lots of kind of self-examination. There are a lot of eyes, and as Sarah said, there are a lot of faces, and the variety of expression is remarkable, and the points of imagination and questioning, how is it made, why is it made, what does it represent, is vast.
Absolutely.
And that was part of the objective, I think. The curator will be with us from Montgomery Museum of Art. Jennifer is going to be on the panel, and so we get to really delve into what makes us curious about one another, what makes us appreciate one another as human beings and as communities and as expressive people. So it's a lot of fun, and it's got great depth and incredible form. You've probably seen some pretty monumental pieces. We're still installing, and some of the greatest scale pieces are yet to be assembled.
Okay.
So
nice. So there's more to come.
Oh, incredibly more experience.
Well, I love the way that you describe it, and I'm thinking of questions and you're answering them as we go, because for someone who not necessarily doesn't appreciate art, but maybe doesn't understand it, doesn't have that inclination to come and visit an art museum and have that conversation with their neighbor about it, there's so many ways to dissect a piece of art. It's the same way that you can appreciate music or movies. There's so much thought, so much heart and soul that goes into it. They're telling a story, like you said, and they're delivering a message. So not only is it therapeutic for the person creating the art, but the effect that it has on the viewer, the person that's receiving that message, which is really beautiful. So even if it isn't your cup of tea, if you will, I challenge you to head out to the Art Museum, to bring the kids along and let them dissect, let them interpret the art. And you might learn something about not only yourself, but maybe your children, and create a stronger relationship in the artistic diversity of their development, which I think is really important, to create those connections and get off your iPads and understand art in a real way, which is really special.
The fact that they have physical form, and as we were talking about the human form, it takes us into all kinds of terrain.
Absolutely.
And great conversation points. So
Definitely.
You're absolutely right. I think that we will really astound the community, and we really want them to come and experience and have conversation with the artists that we're bringing in.
Amen.
Well, we'll have some opportunities for that also. We have a Lunch Amongst the Masters next Thursday, the 23rd, and that's at noon. And the curator of the exhibition will be there. Two of the artists who are represented in the exhibition, and another artist. It's in another exhibition at the museum. So they will all be there, and it's curators talk with artists and artists talk with curators. So it'll be Deborah and the other curator talking with these artists. So that's a great way for people to come out. Like you said, it's one thing to go to the exhibition, but then when you can hear the artist and the curator really talk about processes and talk about, you know, why did the curator create this grouping of artists, and then why is Deborah laying it out like she is in our space? So that's a really great opportunity for people to come out and hear that portion of it and not just see the work on the floor.
Absolutely.
And then the following night we have our reception, opening reception for the, that's Friday the 24th. And the curator will be doing a gallery walk and talk that evening at 5:30.
Okay, so we've got the information there on the screen. It's the About Face exhibition, contemporary ceramic sculpture. So much to see, so much to talk about, and a perfect opportunity to spend some quality time engaging with your children, with your family, with your partner, or maybe challenging yourself on your own to come out and think about why somebody created this art and what it means to them and you. Visit the artmuseumofsouthtexas.org for more information. Ticket prices are online. Call 825-3500 for more information. Don't forget, you do have that opportunity to visit with the curator. So you want to make sure you head over to their website, sign up, and get ready to experience art here in South Texas the way it's meant to be. So don't take it for granted. Art Museum of South Texas is always there, and it's always got something special for us to take in. So make sure you make that part of your weekend plans, and thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Awesome. I want to go, so that's on my weekend plans.